Hi everybody, it's Jessica and today I'm filming my March wrap-up and I don't know if I should be impressed with myself or if I should be disappointed that I wasted my time on reading instead of writing my bachelor's thesis. Shit happens. The first book I finished is Rebel of the Sands by Alvin Hamilton, which by the way is a woman, not a man. But maybe I'm the only one who thought that. So if you take 1001 Arabian Nights and add a little bit of the Wild Wild West and throw in like an appropriate size of a rebellion, you end up with this beauty of a book. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars because it's fabulous. She's a strong female character who lives in this world dominated by men, and she really wants to flee her hometown and her uncle, who wants to make her his gazillion wife, and that's just ew. With a little help from a handsome foreigner, Armani escapes into the world outside of Dustwalk, and she gets tangled up in a rebellion. She sees magic she's never seen before, So Alvin Hamilton writes with imagination and a keen understanding of a character's emotion, and the story just captivated me and I love how she moves the plot. Next up is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes or Moyes, I don't know how you pronounce it. And the basic storyline is about Luke Clark, who loses her job in her little hometown, and the only other job available is the caretaker of Will. And Will is the 35-year-old, depressed and very cranky quadriplegic. That is such a hot word. The rest of the story revolves around those two and their relationship. Me Before You may be marketed as a romance novel, but I think there is so much more to this book. I think it's about the right of individuals to live up to their full potential without being held back by like traumatic experience or like poverty. It's about two people who are giving each other what each of them needs the most. So all in all, this is definitely worth reading, and you can hurry up because there will be a movie released very soon. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars because I think it's lovely. The next book is about to read with Joss from Scribble Sweets, and I will leave her channel down below, and we read it Uprooted by Naomi Novik. So this book is about our female lead Agnieszka, who lives in this little village which is guarded by the dragon. He lives up there. And the village is surrounded by this evil wood. Every 10 years, the dragon chooses a girl to be his servant. So first up, this story is way more brutal and mature than I would have expected, and I wouldn't say that it's young adult. I think Naomi Novik did a stellar job in using this like fear of the unknown as a vehicle to make the woods super creepy. I could connect with Agnieszka, and I really enjoyed how she was in the beginning and how she ended up in the ending, and that she actually stayed true to herself. They all had like the Slavic names, and I really enjoyed that. I think the magic was written very organic and it had a flow to itself, and I really enjoyed it. I think it fitted the story very well. And I saw a comment of Books and Pieces, and I really enjoyed what she's saying. I will leave her channel down below. And she said, Uprooted's magic was meant to be more weird and illogical like that of folk tales, and to be a little inexplicable because the explanation for magic is magic. So I totally agree with her. I think she just like explains it way better than me. So I gave this book 3.5 out of 5 stars because I did enjoy it, but I think the pacing was super off, especially in the middle. And I would have loved to see like the relationship between Agnieszka and the dragon, and Agnieszka and Kasia more. Kasia is her friend. And I would have enjoyed if there was a little bit more dialogue, because there are big passages with only description and Agnieszka telling and thinking. And if you're thinking about reading Uprooted yet, I would recommend checking out a preview of the book and decide if you like the writing style of Naomi Novik or if you don't. So book 3 is my most anticipated book this year, and it's Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. Cassandra Clare, for me, she grew as a storyteller and as a writer, and I really enjoyed that we start off in a different perspective than the Mortal Instruments and the Infernal Device series, because we start off with our protagonist Emma, and she's actually a shadow hunter of all of her life. so she doesn't get pushed into the world. The characters are grounded, realistic and very likable, and I think the plot is more mature and the pacing is just... And of course I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Next I read Cruel Crown by Victoria Aveyard, which is a collection of novellas prior to Red Queen. The first one is Queen Song, which follows the story of Queen Corianne, which is the mom of Cal. And the second one is Steel Scars. The story is about Farley and Shade. So Queen Song was better than Steel Scars, but I think both of them were very trivial. And I think Steel Scars could have had more potential, but the story was just meh. I was bored while reading both of them, and I don't think it adds anything important to the story, so I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Last but not least, I listened to an audiobook by Joe Nesbo, and it's called Blood on Snow. It's about Olaf, who is called a fixer, so he kills people for money. When a job goes wrong, Olaf becomes the target of his boss, and Olaf sets out to fix his former employee. I thought Olaf's narration was amusing and I was entertained by the plot, but I think it's a story I'm gonna forget very soon, so that's why I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. So that's it for my March wrap up. Let me know in the comments down below which books you read in March. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up or subscribe if you want, and I will see you again very soon with a new video. So goodbye!